Hey there. So we saw two new releases of Lattafa in this particular month, and these are budget-friendly fragrances. They are in the sub 1,500 rupees category. That means it's very budget-friendly. Plus, that means it's going to appeal to a lot of people for pocket-friendly fragrances, fragrances that add a lot of value, fragrances that would probably should give you good performance to make it excellent. So we are talking about two fragrances that came out this particular month. So one is this the Najdia Intense. Okay, so we do have, I think there's one Pride or something like that, or a Tribute, and then this is the newest flanker. Okay, now there was a lot of hype about this for the right type of reasons. Okay, so that this is one of them that came out. And the other one that came out also this particular month is this. This is the Qaed Al Fursan Untamed. Okay, so both are Lattafa flankers, and most importantly, they are in the sub 1,500 rupees category, which makes it really interesting because these are new, clones, or rather you can say new DNS that are coming into the market. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how these scents are going to be accepted by a lot of people. So I'm going to talk to you in this video to tell you what is the scent profile types and how is the performance, and which one should you consider getting and which one maybe can be kind of skipped as well. So very nice fragrances. Both are very good options to consider because they are, like I said, they are new and they are quite unique as well. So that's a right way to put it across. Both are unique blends for sure. So let's go ahead and talk about these two fragrances today, the Lattafa Najdia Intense and the Qaed Al Fursan Untamed. Okay, and if you kind of like this type of content that I bring, then definitely hit the subscribe button and the notification icon to get notified about new and upcoming fragrances and their reviews as well. And I've changed my content strategy to make sure that I bring you videos that add a lot of value to your time and your buying options or your purchasing decisions. And if that's the type of value that you think you're getting out of this particular video, then definitely do comment as well and let me know what you think about the fragrance reviews that are coming out, right? So my name is Rodney, you're watching the Perfume Experience. Let's get going right after this intro. All right, welcome back. And first, let's very quickly talk about the Najdia Intense. Okay, so I absolutely love the previous Najdia that was there. Okay, the original Najdia, because that was fantastic. It has this lovely bubblegummy DNA. It has a green vibe to it. It has a sweetness to it. And most importantly, at the budget price point, it does perform really well. It gives you good performance, everything. So getting a flanker after that, and to make it a successful flanker, to have all of those qualities is, I think, one of the criteria that a lot of fragrance should consider. Now, that might not be the exact same case with a lot of other flankers that came out in the market today. Like, for example, if you think about the Kamra Dukan, while I personally like it, not a lot of people accepted it. The same thing was with a lot of the Asad, flankers as well. But luckily, that's not the case here. We do have a very good flanker, I must say. So the Najdia, Intense box looks like this. It has this, blue colored box with a purple thing, and this part of the material that you see here, this is a velvety material which they have done. So it's all across the box, it's on the top, it's everywhere, and something very nicely done. So I kind of like the way they've done the box part of it. And the bottle itself is your typical, the previous Najdia bottle that you see, very much alike like that, except for that this has a little bit of a gray tinge to this particular bottle, and that's what makes this pretty interesting to look at. Juice color is lightly a green grayish kind of a element, but overall very nice. And I must say that the sprayer is actually pretty good. Let's try to spray, and you will see that the sprayer is actually very nice as well. Right. So the moment you spray it on, you get a very knowing smell. Okay, why I say that? It's because the way this opens up, you will immediately get the similar vibe that you get with your original Najdia. So with the original Najdia, you have that sweetness, you have that bubblegummy effect. That is something that you still get onto it, and which I kind of really like, because that is the characteristic of this Najdia Intense, right? Or rather Najdia flanker itself. So that is what makes it very unique. So that is still intact. Now, immediately after that sweet bubblegummy opening, you do kind of get a tropical hint. Okay, so you do have a little bit of that coconutty vibe that you kind of get. You do get a lot of a fruity, minty type of an opening as well. So you do get that sweetness. You have a little bit of a fruity melony accord that you kind of get. You don't get a lot of sea salt accord in this as such, but that typical sweet bubblegummy green element that was there in the Najdia fragrances, that definitely is considered as well. But this also brings across a coconutty vibe, and that coconutty vibe is something that makes this pretty interesting. Now, within the first 15-20 minutes time, you notice all of these changes that happen, the sweetness, the bubblegummy effect, and then that the tropical vibe that you kind of get. And then you kind of also get a settling down time. As the fragrance starts to settle down, it starts to bring about its nuances of you can say that typical bubblegummy green, fruity freshness that you would expect in a fragrance with that sweetness, right? So that continues to be there, which is a very, very nice thing. Now, this, if you're not aware, is an clone or an fragrance that's supposed to inspire from the Jean Paul Gaultier's La Bow series Paradise Garden, but it also brings about a little bit of the La Bow element as well. Some people also think that this could be a clone of the Cutledge Island as well, which I personally don't think as such, because the Cutledge Island has a lot of that coconut element and has its own different citrusy, fizzy, lemony zestiness that you would get, but this one does not have those elements. This leans a lot towards the sweetness, the bubblegummy element along with that coconutty vibe. Now, this is followed by a lot of geranium that you will see in this. You will see a lot of sandalwood. You will see a lot of musky elements and a little bit of an ambroxan type of an element as well, and a little bit of earthiness that comes from patchouli. So what I definitely get is, yes, the patchouli is definitely there. The musky element is definitely there. And of course, a little bit of the woody nuance is something that you will get. So typically your scent profile is a little sweet, bubblegummy, fruity, especially tropical vibe that you get. You might also get a little bit of an aquatic type of a watery type of a vibe as well. That is a little light as well, but that is something that you will notice. Most importantly, you also get a very nice musky approach, which is giving this fragrance a lot of strength to it. And then of course the woody dry down kind of that you will get. Not typically woody like a lot of woody fragrances, so to say, but you can definitely say more of a musky vibe. Now, one con, of course, with this fragrance, because of its price point also is another element to consider, is that you do get a little bit of a sharper opening, okay? Especially when you spray across your neck and your collarbone, you do kind of sometimes feel that it's a little too sharp to your nose, it's a little too sharp for your senses as such. But that kind of settles down after about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, because it kind of actually projects for about 2 hours, which is something that you don't expect in a budget fragrance, right? So the projection is definitely there. So you get about good 1.5 to 2 hours of projection. So around about that time, if you are sensitive towards a little bit of a sharper scent, then this might not be your cup of tea. But otherwise, if you are somebody who are okay with the Najdia previous flanker that you've had, if you've had that and you like that kind of a scent, then you will absolutely enjoy this. Now, another fantastic thing about this is its performance. Oh, nice. Really, really nice performance. You do about 6 sprays to 8 sprays. You actually kind of get a full day of performance, which I mean to say is that if you spray something at, let's say, 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning, you can smell it on your clothes even after 8 o'clock in the evening, which is a good 12-hour window. So even for day wear, if you get about, let's say, 7-8 hours time, that is absolutely wonderful, because that is really, really good. Okay. Now, especially for high heat summers, if you're going out in a high humidity environment, you're traveling to work by bike and all of that, and you want a flanker that smells nice, that has this nice tropical vibe, the bubblegummy vibe, like the Invictus Aqua vibe, but then you also get a lot of musk, you get a lot of patchouli, earthy vibe to it. Overall, excellent flanker from the house of Lattafa that they have done, and this is really, really good. You can definitely consider getting this. Sub 1,500 rupees is what I would say that you should look at as a sweet spot to get it. Maybe some platforms might have it at about 1,650, 1,700 or whatever, but good flanker for the price. Okay, I'm sure the price will drop for it after some time, but at this particular point, this is a pretty good flanker to consider, especially if you're looking at a fragrance in the 1,500 rupees plus or minus ballpark figure, where you want a fragrance to perform, smell nice, give you compliments, all of that, gym wear, office wear, college wear, typically targeted at college going students who will absolutely enjoy this kind of a flanker. You will really like it. This is one good flanker to have. Now let's talk about the other fragrance, which is the Qaed Al Fursan Untamed. Okay, now this I feel is a good job done in a way to say that this is a flanker we probably are not seeing from a lot of other Middle Eastern brands coming up, because this is cloning the popular Versace Eros Najim. Okay, the Versace Eros Najim was a flanker which is that was released specifically for the Middle Eastern region, and so the idea was to bring in, I think, an element of wood, element of dark, mysterious vibes. That's the kind of scent profile that they've gone for, right? Now the bottle is nice, okay, good Lattafa, Qaed Al Fursan type of a bottle, typical to the one that was there previously. But I have, for some reason, I have not really reviewed the previous Qaed Al Fursan. I should actually do that. But this is surprisingly nice as well. So one thing is that we've definitely added both of these fragrances in decants. So you want to try, you can do so. This has a very nice magnetic cap as well. Okay, that's a nice thing that they've done. So one thing here on the Qaed Al Fursan Untamed is that right at the opening, you do get a little bit more of that sharp, alcohol blast kind of thing. Now that might be one, definitely there's a sharpness, no doubt about it, but it's also because of the way in which the top notes open for this fragrance, because there's a lot of cardamom type of an element that you get right at the top. You get a cardamom, spicy, woody, sweet, almost gourmand type of a woody vibe, nuance to it, which is actually very nice. Had this fragrance been a little bit more denser, okay, this would have been a killer flanker. Trust me. Or maybe we should just let it sit for some months and then hope it kind of, macerates really well to get that dense, form in it, because this smells really wonderful right out of the box. Then when you kind of put it on, it has this wonderful cardamom, cinnamon, oriental spiciness that you get, which smells absolutely wonderful. Now this actually has cinnamon, it has nutmeg, it has cardamom, it has lavender, it has a lot of geranium, it has a lot of labdanum, so to bring in that Middle Eastern oriental spices. This is an out and out Middle Eastern oriental spicy kind of fragrance, something on the lines of your typical Qaed Al Fursan, Qaed of Lattafa, but that was more of wood and cardamom. But think about a similar scent that has spicier elements of cardamom, it has spicier elements of cinnamon, and then it's got a lot of caramel as well to bring you that chocolatey gourmand type of a vibe, followed with a lot of vetiver. It has the Middle Eastern resinous vibes like olibanum, all of those things coming together, including vetiver. So it gives you a very nice earthy touch to it. It has sweetness to it. Overall, smells absolutely wonderful. Okay. In fact, I would say that the opening. This is a fragrance. Like I can put it this way rather. This is a fragrance. If you can almost skip the Most Wanted by Azzaro, because it has a similar type of a vibe to it. It has a similar type of nuance to it with the caramel and all of that. But only if this was a little bit more dense, it would have projected a lot better. Now this one, you actually need a lot of sprays. Okay, you in the sense to say you need 10 to 12 sprays for it to actually project pretty good for about 2 to 3 feet. But the projection for me in somehow, this one lasts only about 45 minutes or so, 35 to 45 minutes time, after which it starts to go down as almost as a skin scent, so to say. But even with the skin scent profile, it actually lasts for about 5-6 hours only. Okay. But the skin scent profile is actually good. If you're liking, if you like these woody scents, if you like the sweet scents that you typically have, like a party scent, all of those scents, like if you think about Most Wanted, or if you think about Jean Paul Gaultier's La Mille La Parfum, that kind of scent DNA, you will actually enjoy this very much. Pretty nice scent. In fact, I would say this would work very well for monsoons because of its spicy nature, because of the light sweetness that it carries. It works well. It just that it doesn't really project that much. But aside to that, the quality of scent is okay. Aside to the opening sharpness that I see in both of these scents, okay, both of them have that opening, sharp opening right at the top. But after it settled down, it kind of smells nice. The only thing is this one lasts really nicely as well. This does total 10-12 hours time. This one just does about half of it. But considering this is a budget fragrance, and if you like Qaed Al Fursan's or if you like, let's say, Asad Bourbon, that kind of a DNA, then this is the scent that you will actually enjoy. If you like Hugo Boss Bottle Elixir, those kind of dark, mysterious, woody scents with a lot of spicy element, this one is right up your alley because it smells actually very, very nice as such. Okay, so both, in my opinion, both are worthy flankers to have. I would only say that this is a must-have. Okay, the Najdia Intense is definitely a must-have. This can be skipped. It's not like that you're missing out majorly as such, but otherwise this is okay, right? So both are two good under 1,500 rupees flankers that you can definitely check out. We do have them on retail and I have it on decants as well. So definitely try it. Let me know what are your thoughts about these two scents, and let me know which video you would like me to see next. And I'll see you on another video. If you like the video, then definitely hit the like button, subscribe and share. I'll see you on another one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.